Ladies and gentlemen, you wake up every morning with a limited amount of energy in your tank, but by midday, you are already drained because you have spent hours dealing with things that have nothing to do with your growth. You are arguing with people who don't even deserve a response. You are stressing over opinions that hold no weight in your life. That energy could have been used to work on your goals, but instead it's wasted on meaningless distractions that add zero value. You keep showing up to conversations that don't build you. You are advising people who don't listen, explaining yourself to people who have already made up their minds, and engaging in situations that leave you feeling empty. Every time you invest energy into things that don't serve your future, you are robbing yourself of the strength you need to build the life you want. Your energy is your currency, and you have been spending it on liabilities instead of assets. You are trying to be everything for everybody, but at the end of the day, you are the one left feeling depleted. It's time to stop being accessible to everything that knocks on your door. Not every phone call deserves an answer. Not every invite deserves your presence, and not every problem deserves your attention. Look around you. How much of what you are stressing over today will matter 5 years from now? Most of it won't even matter 5 days from now. Yet you are pouring your energy into it like it's life or death. You need to realize that your focus is too valuable to be spent on temporary nonsense. You have got dreams, visions, and goals that are waiting on you to lock in and give them the energy they deserve. You are exhausted, not because you are working hard on your purpose, but because you are working hard on distractions. You have been carrying emotional baggage that's not even yours to carry. You are trying to fix people who don't want to be fought. X said, and that's draining you. The more you allow yourself to be available for distractions, the further you drift from your destiny. It's not about being rude or selfish, it's about being intentional with where your energy goes. You have got to learn the power of saying this is not my battle and walking away without guilt. Every time you choose peace over pettiness, focus over foolishness, you are depositing your future self. You have to protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Your energy is the fuel that will drive your dreams into reality. If you keep giving things away for free that don't matter, you will never have enough left for what does. You don't owe your energy to everyone and everything. You owe it to yourself first. That's how you build a life of purpose. You keep waiting for people to approve of your dreams when they haven't even approved of their own. You are out here asking for opinions from people who are too scared to chase their vision. You are looking for validation from individuals who have never dared to step out of their comfort zones, and yet their words dictate your next move. It's crazy how you will put your dreams on pause just because someone who doesn't believe in themselves didn't clap for you. You have given too much power to people who aren't even qualified to judge your journey. Their limitations are not your reality. Their fears are not your forecast. You have got to stop looking outside for what should be coming from within. When you tie your worth to other people's approval, you become a puppet to their insecurities. Every time they withhold applause, you start questioning your path. But the truth is, their silence is not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their doubt. You need to build a mindset so strong that even if the world is silent, you are still moving forward. The problem is you are waiting for people to validate your process when they don't even understand the grind. They don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices you are making. How can they validate what they have never experienced? You have got to realize that your vision was given to you, not to them. They won't understand it because it's not theirs to understand. You keep asking for approval because you are scared to trust your voice. But that inner voice, that gut feeling, that's your truth. You have got to get to a point where your own belief in yourself is louder than the doubt of everyone around you. You can't build a successful life waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to be great. Look at the people you are seeking validation from. Are they living the life you want? Are they walking in purpose, fulfilling their dreams? Or are they stuck in the same cycles of fear and regret? You have got to be bold enough to break away from the need for their approval. Your destiny is not up for a vote. It's already written. You just have to walk into it. Every second you spend doubting yourself, because someone else doesn't see your worth, is a second stolen from your future. You don't need their validation. You need your commitment. Validate yourself by putting in the work, by staying disciplined, by showing up every day with or without applause. That's how you win. You can't build a legacy with a distracted mind. You have got to understand that focus is not just a nice to have. It's survival. Every time you let distractions win, you are postponing your greatness. The dreams you have, the goals you want to achieve, they require undivided attention. Half-hearted effort will never produce whole results. The enemy of your future is not always failure. Sometimes it's the little distractions you allow daily. Is the endless scrolling, the binge watching, the unnecessary conversations. Those small distractions are killing your big dreams. They add up, and before you know it, you have wasted months, even years, without making real progress. You say you want to win, but your focus is scattered. You can't hit a target you are not aiming at. You have got to discipline your mind to lock in on what matters. Success doesn't come to the easily distracted. It comes to those who are willing to guard their focus like a treasure, because that's exactly what it is. You need to start auditing your daily habits. What's stealing your time? What's draining your focus? You can't afford to be casual about your attention. Every minute wasted on distractions is a minute stolen from your purpose. You have got to protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. The world is designed to pull you in 1,000 directions. If you don't take control of your focus, you will be a victim of every beep, buzz, and notification. You have to build mental discipline to block out the noise. Focus is not automatic, it's intentional. You have to choose it every single day. Distractions will always be there, but so will opportunities. The difference is opportunities require your attention, your discipline, and your focus. You can't afford to lose sight of your vision because you are busy entertaining distraction. Your potential is too valuable to be wasted on things that don't build you. You have been blessed with talents, gifts, and abilities that are unique to you, but you have been walking around like you are just another face in the crowd. You are dumbing down your brilliance just to fit into rooms that aren't even designed for your greatness. Every time you downplay your skills, every time you hide your ideas, you are living below the level you were created for. You weren't made to blend in, you were made to stand out and lead. The problem is you have been conditioned to believe that being humble means playing small. But there's a difference between humility and self-neglect. You can be humble and still walk in your full power. You can be respectful and still take up space. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You are not average, so stop living like you have to apologize for your potential. Every day you choose to play it safe, you are betraying the very gifts that were given to you to make an impact. You are holding back ideas that could change lives. You are holding back talents that could open doors. You are operating at 50% when you were built to run at 1. The world doesn't need another average person. It needs the best version of you, showing up every day, without hesitation. You have been living like you have unlimited time, like you can keep postponing your greatness until it feels comfortable. But let me tell you something, comfort is a trap. Average people seek comfort, but the extraordinary seek growth. Growth doesn't come wrapped in ease. It comes wrapped in challenges that stretch you beyond what you thought was possible. If you want to rise, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. Look at the goals you have set for yourself. Do you think average effort will get you there? Do you think playing it safe will open extraordinary doors? It won't. Average actions produce average results. If you want something different, you have to do something different. You have got to show up with a mindset that says, I deserve more, because I'm willing to become more. You have been accepting less, not because you are incapable, but because you have been surrounded by people who have settled. You have been influenced by environments that celebrate mediocrity, but deep down, you know you are meant for more. You can feel it, that tug in your spirit, that dissatisfaction with the bare minimum. That's your potential reminding you that you are not average. The difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck is not talent, it's mindset. You have got to switch your mindset from survival to success. Stop aiming just to get by. Start aiming to dominate your space. You have the power, you have the tools, and you have the calling to operate at a higher level. It's time to stop living like you are average, because you never were. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your values, you are disrespecting yourself. You are giving away pieces of your peace, your time, and your energy, just to keep others happy, while you are left feeling drained. You have been taught that saying no is selfish, but the truth is, saying yes to everything is the quickest way to lose yourself. Respecting yourself starts with having the courage to say no without feeling guilty. You have allowed people to cross your boundaries because you are afraid of disappointing them. But who's protecting you from being disappointed? Every time you agree to something you don't want to do, you are betraying your own needs. You are teaching people that your time is negotiable, that your energy is for sale. Respect yourself enough to understand that not every request deserves your agreement, and not every opportunity is aligned with your purpose. The reason you feel overwhelmed isn't because life is too busy. It's because you are saying yes to too much. You are committing to things that don't build you, don't excite you, and don't help you grow. You have got to be willing to disappoint a few people to stay true to yourself. You are not here to be a people pleaser. You are here to walk in purpose. Every no you give is a yes to your priority. People will keep asking as long as you keep saying yes. They will drain your energy, your time, and your mental space until you draw the line. You have got to stop fearing their reaction and start valuing your peace. You can't control how they feel, but you can control how you protect your boundaries. Saying no isn't disrespectful. Allowing yourself to be stretched thin is. The more you respect yourself, the clearer your boundaries become. You won't feel the need to explain or justify why you are not available for every favor, every event, every distraction. You will move with quiet confidence, knowing that your no is just as powerful as your yes. You will begin to attract people who respect your time because they see you respected first. You have been taught that being liked is more important than being respected, but being liked by everyone comes at the cost of being respected by yourself. You have got to make peace with the fact that not everyone will understand your no, and that's okay. You are not living for their approval. You are living to build a life of peace, focus, and purpose. That requires selective access to your time. Every no you give into distractions, draining relationships, and unaligned commitments is a deposit into your self-respect. You begin to move differently when you realize your time is valuable. You walk with a different energy when you stop chasing validation and start prioritizing your well-being. Respecting yourself enough to say no is not arrogance, it's survival. Every single day, your life is being shaped by what you choose to focus on. If you spend your time focusing on problems, you will stay trapped in a cycle of frustration.
You are showing up stronger when you do. You are more focused, more energized, more effective when you operate from a full cup. Stop waiting for someone to permit you to rest. Stop feeling guilty for needing a moment to breathe. You have to be the one to prioritize your well-being. No one else is going to do it for you. You are responsible for keeping your cup full so that when it's time to pour into others, you are giving from a place of abundance, not depletion. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and that means your circle matters more than you realize. If you are hanging around people who don't challenge you, don't inspire you, and don't push you to grow, you are settling for less than you deserve. The people in your life should be like fuel, igniting your ambition, not draining your energy. Too many people stay stuck because they are comfortable with their current circle. They are afraid to leave behind old friends or toxic relationships, even when those connections are holding them back. Growth requires change, and sometimes that means walking away from people who don't have your best interests at heart. It's not about cutting people off out of anger, it's about protecting your space for those who help you rise. When you surround yourself with go-getters, dreamers, and doers, you start to see things differently. Their mindset rubs off on you. Their hustle motivates you. Their success becomes proof that you can achieve more too. You begin to elevate your standards because you no longer accept mediocrity, not in your friends, not in yourself, and not in your goals. If you are always the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You have got to be around people who are smarter, sharper, and more driven than you. People who will call you out when you are slacking, who will hold you accountable when you want to quit, and who will celebrate your wins like they are their own. That's how you level up, not by going it alone, but by building a team that lifts you higher. Toxic relationships are energy vampires. They drain your confidence, your motivation, and your focus. They feed on your doubts and insecurities, leaving you exhausted. You don't have time for that kind of negativity. You need people who believe in your potential and push you toward. You deserve a circle that challenges your limits and supports your vision. Changing your circle isn't easy. It means being honest about who's adding value to your life and who's just taking. It means having tough conversations and sometimes saying goodbye to familiar faces. But if you want to grow, you have to be willing to do the uncomfortable work. The price of staying comfortable is staying stuck, and that's a price too high to pay. Look at the company you keep right now. Are they helping you build your future or keeping you tied to your past? Are they encouraging your dreams or discouraging your effort? You get to choose who you allow into your inner circle. Choose wisely. Your environment can either be the wind beneath your wings or the anchor that keeps you grounded. You want to feel proud of yourself. But pride doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from small daily actions repeated over and over. Consistency is the secret weapon most people overlook. Showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, builds a foundation of trust between you and yourself. That trust is what grows into self-respect. Too many people chase quick wins, expecting to feel accomplished overnight. But real change, the kind that sticks, happens when you commit to the process day in and day out. It's not about doing something big once. It's about doing the right things regularly. Every time you follow through on your promises to yourself, you are building your integrity and respect. Self-respect is not given. It's earned by the decisions you make when no one is watching. When you choose discipline over distraction, when you choose growth over comfort, you are telling yourself, I'm worth the effort. That internal conversation becomes louder with each consistent action, and it shapes how you see yourself and how others see you. You have probably tried to make changes before but fell off because motivation ran out. That's why consistency is king. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes, but consistency is a habit you build, a muscle you strengthen. You learn to show up for yourself, not because you feel like it, but because you know it's necessary. That's how you create lasting transformation. Every time you resist the urge to quit, every time you push through discomfort, you are laying bricks in the house of your self-worth. You are proving to yourself that you can be trusted. That kind of trust is powerful. It changes your mindset, fuels your confidence, and keeps you moving forward when the road gets tough. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. It's better to do a little every day than to do a lot once in a while. Those small efforts add up and compound into massive results. And as you see progress from your consistent efforts, your self-respect grows because you realize you are capable of more than you thought. You are the one who controls your habits, your discipline, and your effort. The respect you seek from others starts with the respect you give yourself through consistency. Every time you honor your commitments, you are building an unshakable foundation for success. That foundation will carry you through challenges, setbacks, and doubt. You need to understand right now that your self-worth isn't something up for debate or negotiation. It's not a prize to be won or lost based on what other people say or do. Your value is intrinsic. It's built into who you are. No one has the right to make you feel less than because of their opinions, their judgments, or their insecurities. Far too often, people allow themselves to be shaped by external validation. They look for approval in the wrong places, hoping that someone else's recognition will somehow make them feel worthy. But that's a trap. When your sense of worth depends on others, you are handing over the keys to your happiness and confidence. You are letting other people control how you see yourself, and that's dangerous. You have got to take back that power. Your worth doesn't fluctuate based on your mistakes or your failures. It's not conditional on your success or your status. You are valuable simply because you exist. That truth has to be louder in your mind than any doubt or criticism. When you accept that, you stop begging for scraps of respect and start demanding the treatment you deserve. People will try to test your boundaries, push your limits, and make you question your value. They do this because they want to see how far they can take you. But when your self-worth is non-negotiable, those attempts bounce off you like water off a duck's back. You become untouchable, not because you are perfect,
but because you know your worth is solid and unshakable. It's easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to others. You scroll through social media, see the highlight reels, and start doubting if you are enough. But those comparisons don't define your value. They are illusions created to distract you from your path. Your worth isn't based on someone else's life or achievements. It's rooted in your truth. You have to guard your self-worth fiercely. It's the foundation of every healthy relationship, every goal you pursue, and every challenge you overcome. When you respect your worth, you stop settling for less. You walk away from toxic situations, you demand fairness and kindness, and you refuse to let anyone dim your light. Your self-worth is the compass that guides your decisions. When it is strong, you make choices that honor your value. When it's weak, you tolerate things that chip away at your confidence. The key to changing your life is not outside you. It's inside you. You hold the power to decide how much you are worth, and that power is yours alone. Too many people get caught up in the destination, the moment when they finally arrive at success, happiness, or whatever goal they are chasing. But what they forget is that the real value is in the becoming. The process of growth, the daily grind, the person you are becoming in pursuit of that goal. That's where the transformation happens. It's not just about reaching the finish line. It's about who you become while running the race. You see, success isn't a place you land on. It's a journey you live through. You can't rush it or skip the steps, because each step is building your character, your resilience, and your wisdom. When you focus only on the arrival, you miss out on the lessons that make the victory meaningful. The becoming is the foundation that supports the achievement. People often get frustrated because they think once they get the job, the money, or the title, everything will magically change. But real change comes from who you are on the inside. If you don't grow in your mindset, your habits, and your discipline, you will just recreate the same struggles in a new setting. Becoming better is the only way to ensure that your success is sustainable. The grind, the setbacks, the challenges, they are all part of the process. You have got to embrace the becoming, even when it's uncomfortable. Growth is never convenient. It stretches you beyond your limits and forces you to confront your weaknesses. But that's exactly why it matters. The person you become through those struggles is stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's next. If you keep chasing results without focusing on your growth, you will find yourself empty once you arrive. The prize won't feel as good because you haven't developed the strength or the mindset to appreciate it. But when you focus on becoming, every small step forward becomes a victory. You learn to celebrate progress, not just outcomes. Your identity is being shaped every day by what you focus on and how you respond to challenges. Are you becoming someone who rises above fear, someone who pushes through failure, someone who refuses to settle? That focus on becoming creates a foundation that no external achievement can shake. It's the difference between fleeting success and lasting impact. Remember, the goal is not just to get somewhere, but to grow into the kind of person who deserves to be there. When your focus is on becoming, your life transforms from a chase to a journey. You build strength, wisdom, and confidence along the way, and that's the real victory. Becoming someone unstoppable, no matter where you end up. If you want to change your life, you have to start with your mindset. No amount of skill, talent, or luck can make up for a weak mind. Your mindset is the foundation that determines how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Without mental toughness and clarity, you will find yourself stuck in the same patterns, no matter how hard you try. A weak mindset is filled with doubt, fear, and hesitation.